Why is a direction of travel preferable to a fixed strategy? It depends, but let me try to narrow it down a little bit. If you're operating in the complicated space where you've established product market fit and you're quite confident you got the right product and you're targeting the right customers and you've got the right price and all that kind of stuff, you want to make that better, you can come up with some goals and you can use something like, for example, objectives and key results to figure out how you can improve uh, the efficiency of that operation and also improve customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction in terms of how we deliver on that, and also stakeholder satisfaction. How can we metaphorically milk the cow we already have? Goals are absolutely fine for that kind of situation where you have a lot of knowledge already. It's interesting though that sometimes we overestimate how much knowledge we have. So I can't stress enough to maybe listen to the likes of John Seddon, who talks about the Vanguard method, where he says you need to be witnessing customer interactions to really understand what's going on. Don't be just looking at all the dashboards. Actually walk the floor metaphorically, visit teams, visit customers, understand what's going on. But goals can be okay. But even then, you wouldn't have a fixed strategy. The strategy should be emergent. Really healthy strategy in the 21st century is emergent. You can come up with some rough ideas about where you go, where you want to go in the next year, and you'll say, well, we're more confident about what we might do in the first quarter, less confident about what happened in the second quarter, and then we talk about the second half of the year and get the time horizons get more and more vague. As we talk about and the objectives and key results would get a bit more vague as well as time moves away, because really there's a lot of things that we don't know. However, when you're in the complex space where you don't know what you don't know, where actually even if all your experts get together, they won't really figure out things for the first time, we haven't really established product market fit for maybe one of our products or one of our new ideas. We don't know what the price is. We don't know if we're targeting the right customers. We don't know if we got the right solutions. We don't understand what's going on with the competitors and so on. If there's a lot of stuff that needs to be learned, using goals can be quite damaging, can actually impede your ability to innovate because you're not giving yourself this slack time to discover what might be better options. In fact, in the complex space, in my estimation, 60 to 90% of ideas are wrong, and you should be trying to find out as quickly as possible through very quick experiment loops with very good feedback loops what might be a better direction, because actually one of the things about direction of travel is the direction could be wrong. And in football, they use this expression, oh, you're moving the goalposts, as though that's an unfair thing to do. You shouldn't do that. But actually, in product development, product management, when you discover that you're going in the wrong direction, you should move the goalposts. And this is key. And that's very different to where you have a very established product. This is why I think you almost need two personalities in your organization. One for how can we milk that cow really well for the products we already have. Another for the innovation aspect where you're discovering new products, you're inventing, you're trying to find the next $1 billion idea. We're far less certain about that, and actually there's a lot of things we really don't know about that. So what you do is you set up a direction of travel, which would be tend to be more short to medium term. Actually, you can have some longer term time horizons as a general direction, but you're really expecting to evolve from the present. You try some things, and then what did you learn? And if the evidence is compelling that you should go in a different direction, you might need to move the direction slightly to the right or slightly to the left, or maybe go down or up or whatever. Basically, you're learning that you might not be going in exactly the right direction. And so why would you want to keep going in a direction that's the wrong direction when evidence is telling you should go otherwise? So this is why having a fixed strategy can be quite foolhardy. And when I see milestone charts for the next 18 months on products where we don't have product, when we haven't established product market fit, where we haven't really got some, we haven't really peaked in terms of customers coming on board, we're still dealing with early adopters and so on, I think it can be quite dangerous. And I think we need to be very open to learning in the complex space. So I would even say when we have established product market fit, having a fixed strategy can be quite dangerous because you're giving the delusion that we know what's going to happen, and actually we really have no clue what's going to happen. may be useful for the next quarter to have some kind of an idea what we're thinking of doing, but be careful about putting so much into your next quarter that you're not leaving the time to think, for people to come up with better ways of working, where they come up with better ideas for products. And if you do use objectives and key results, you should really have one objective and 3 key results, and not 5 objectives and 15 key results, because you need to be focused, really focused. There can be room for maybe balance your portfolio by milking the cow you already have, putting some focus on that, but also looking at product market fit, also trying to improve the capability of your organization, trying to improve your speed, or you can take turns going through those. But you need to be very careful about, putting bets on too many horses at the same time. We're not very clever. And so at the end of the day, we are gambling. We're trying to be we're trying to be intelligent with our bets, of course. We're essentially betting in product management, product development. And so why would you stick with a particular horse if you learned, very early on that horse's form has gone very bad and it's not the right horse to follow? So I would be very dubious about following anything other than an emergent strategy.